Hi, I'm Robin Leach and welcome to Moneymaker, where I'll be giving you my 3-point plan to financial freedom. Number 1, inheritance. Very popular among the younger millionaires, and this is often where the biggest money is. Have you overlooked this one? Number 2, captains of industry earn more in a year than most earn in a lifetime. Be one of them. And number 3, become a millionaire overnight for the price of $1. Where you get the dollar, I've no idea. It's Comedy Tonight, America's loaded TV comedy club, with our guests Fred Greenlee and Diane Nichols. Now, here's the man with money to burn, and he would if you paid him enough, Bill Boggs.
All right, a good group, thank you. Very good, Robin. You should spend more time on a blackboard. I'm gonna...
It's the chalk. I love it.
Absolutely.
Neat
I think
feeling.
I'll take some of those tips. But first, let's get at least 2 cents worth from our first comedian. Here is Fred Greenlee.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Robin. It's good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. No, really. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Oh, you guys are great. Yes, this is nice. It's good to be back in New York, off the road. Do a lot of road time. Have a lot of good times on the road. I had a lot of time to kill on the road, too, so I read a lot of newspapers. I was reading an article the other day, as a matter of fact. It was kind of interesting about women. They interviewed what they considered to be successful women. And they defined successful women as women who made, on an average, of $38,000 a year. Well, they picked a number, I don't know. They did $38,000 a year. And they asked these ladies how often they would like to make love. And the majority answer was 2 times a day. And I believe that to be misleading and probably wrong. I'm not sure. Think about it. 2 times a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That's 730 times a year. You show me a woman who wants to make love 730 times a year, I'll show you a woman who's making more than $38,000 a year. You show me a man who can make love 730 times a year, I'll show you a member of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Quick impression of a 25-year-old man who's made love 730 times a year since the age of 18. No more, no, hey, no more. All right, one more, all right. A lot of weird things in the newspaper when you're on the road. They're changing a lot of liquor laws across the country because they're trying to make the legal drinking age 21 all across the country, because we know that we're more responsible for our drinking when we're 21 than we were 19, right? Yeah. A lot of strange liquor laws, though. Did you know in Boston, Massachusetts, for your second offense of drunk driving, they give you 2 years in prison, and they suspend your driver's license for a year. I guess you feel pretty isolated that first year, don't you? Not only are you confined to a jail cell, you can't even drive down to the liquor store if you want to do. And talk about your cruel and unusual punishment. How about if that first year they give you your driver's license back like you're going to go somewhere, for peace sake? Here's your license. Want a map? A lot of weird things. I've never understood too much anyway. When you were a kid, like even since I was a kid, when you were a kid and you didn't know how to spell a word, and you asked your parents, what'd they tell you?
Look it up.
Look it up in the day.
Please, I don't know how to spell it. How am I supposed to look it up?
So sound it out. They always tell you to sound it out. What does it start with?
N, I guess.
Then go look at the ends. I spent the rest of the afternoon looking up pneumonia. I hate my parents. I've never understood spelling anyway. Deaf is the only word that should be spelled with silent letters. I've never... Did you know, a lot of weird things in the dictionary, too. Did you know, in the Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, there are 2 definitions for the word redundant? I think that's too many. There are no definitions for the word gullible. And what's weird about that is I know there's someone in the audience going, really? And that's the illustration they use right next to the word gullible. I've never understood that. Okay, look, this is something else I never understand. Look, if you own a late model Cadillac, I'm glad that you can afford to buy a late model Cadillac. I hope you'll always be able to afford to buy a late model Cadillac, but do me a favor, when you pull up into a parking lot at night, turn your headlights off, okay? Just turn your headlights off, because I drive a Chevrolet. I don't know about the special features they have on top of the line GM cars. And I'm trying to be a nice guy in the parking lot going,
Hey, buddy. Hey, yeah, listen. Hey, you left your headlights on.
because these people walk off going, they turn off automatically. Just once, I want to have a gun going, yeah, this is an automatic too, pal. Now go on over there and turn your headlights off. Go, run, jog, go, 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 go. Got a lot of time. I don't know, have you seen baby on board stickers? Have you seen, what does that mean? I mean, I love babies, but what does that mean? Does that mean their car is more important than our car all of a sudden? I want to have a sticker that says, I'm on board, that's enough warning. You know what I mean? Oh, come on. You've been a great crowd. Thank you very much, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Robin, I think people want to know, if you had your choice, would you rather be rich or famous?
Tough investigative questions this afternoon,
Yeah.
Bill. I really think rich, because, you know, the only thing that you can get by being famous is theatre tickets or a front row seat without having to pay for them, good table in a restaurant, etc. If you're rich, you know, you don't have to wait for the good seat because you own the theatre already.
Buy it, right. Okay, well, here's someone who's not rich or famous yet, but she's got the best seat in the house. This is Diane Nichols.
I think women have it much easier than on first dates than men do. Don't you? Because men pretty much still have to call us up. That means we know they like us. They called. It's kind of a clue. I mean, nobody ever calls you up and says, I won't be dating you. And if a man is in love, he'll do almost anything for a woman. Oh yeah, I think a guy would kill for you. I think he would die for you. Just one little thing a man will never do for you. He will never hold your purse in public. But we make them, don't we? That's our version of prove your love. Besides, we can always get men to do what we want. We have the greatest weapon in the world against men. You know what that is. No. It's that whiny voice that we all do real well. You know, the one that melts the wax in their ears? God, a man will do anything to get away from that sound. It's like if you really want to torture a man, you take that voice and you speed it up. What is that, sonar? What, are you talking to whales? Of course, women, we're under pressure to look good. That's true, because I just realized my behind was dropping about an inch a year. I thought, my God, if this keeps up, I'll be able to sit down without bending my knees. Maybe it's ugly, but it is comfortable. And the only way to firm up my thighs is a staple gun. I think women should be forced to work out at the men's gym because women are not that intimidated by each other, are we? We get on the floor, we look at the other woman, we all say, thank you, God. I guess I can go now, huh? Did you see that one in the pink? What the heck size is that, huh? When you start leaving footprints on hardwood floors. Of course, here I am. I'm wearing that little headband that looks so cute on Olivia Newton-John. I put this little stretchy thing on my head, discovered something very frightening about my head. It comes to a point. I look like a cone head. This thing snaps off, kills the instructor. I'm out of there. Of course, I look better than some of the women. They're wearing their leotards too small. They think it'll hold them in, make them look thinner. You just spill out over the edges. Yeah, I think it looks real unnatural. Like you're not supposed to have cleavage under your arms. This is not attractive. Men don't like this. Of course, if you really want to scare them, push it around to the back. Let me ask you, you ever think about your sexual limits? Speaking of scaring, I have. I made a list. I Xeroxed it. I handed out. Never make me do this. I don't care how much I've had to drink. I can come right out of a coma and hurt you. You want to know what I would never do? I'm going to tell you. Oh, they're scared now. I could never participate in an orgy. I'm too insecure. I always think there'd be somebody making rabbit ears behind my back. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Diane. All right, now it's time for another look into the fascinating behind-the-scenes world of comedy tonight with our Employee of the Month, Frank Barron, and his Barron Report.
Hello, I'm Frank Barron, and welcome once again to the Barron Report. Today we're going to meet the interns for comedy tonight. Interns are basically young, broke, ambitious young students who work for multi-billion-dollar corporations absolutely free of charge. Often they find themselves doing very rewarding work. As a matter of fact, I know one young intern that's doing the work that a paid employee should rightly be doing, but that doesn't bother me. And I'll tell you why. Because no matter what they're doing, they're still young and they still get pimples. So, why don't we meet Comedy Tonight's interns? Dynasty Producers of the Future, tell our Comedy Tonight audience what exciting things you've done since you've joined our show.
Yesterday I got Bill an iced tea.
Well, that doesn't sound particularly exciting.
You wanted lemon in it.
And how about you?
I helped him get the iced tea. I held the money.
Well, that must have been a particularly proud moment for your parents. Tell me, is there anybody here who's learned anything that's specifically related to television?
The third floor copier is always jammed. Stupid copier.
What are your majors in school?
I was a TV major, but now I'm switching to business.
I'm changing mine too. Maybe I'll become a mortician.
And how about you?
I'm dropping out to join the Army.
Well, there you have it. The interns of today, the Army of tomorrow. Join me next time on the Barron Report when we find out what it is comedians eat. Could you do me a favor? My throat's a little dry. Could you give me an iced tea, please? Thanks a lot.
Imelda, if you're listening, you're still famous, babe. They might get the 500 black bras, but they can't take that away from you.
Robin, you've been hosting Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous for what, about 3 years now? A lot of different travels, a lot of journeys, a lot of people. What are some of the funny things that have happened along the way?
I think the most embarrassing one was the time that we were interviewing Heather Thomas from The Fall Guy.
Right.
Like, rather gorgeous,
Yeah,
comely long,
she's rather attractive.
blonde. She insisted on doing the interview, Bill, inside her sauna. That'll get your temperature rising to start with, but we sat there and she insisted on just wearing the towel and nothing else, and I had to wear a towel with nothing else as well. And these funny things in the television industry are called lavaliers. Right. And so the sound engineer had put the lavalier just tucked inside the top of her towel. Camera rolls, the questions start, the answers come, and the sound engineer, for some stupid reason, moved. His foot caught the cable, and it wasn't only the lavalier that came, it was the towel and everything else.
Did you keep the camera rolling?
Yes, I have that hidden away somewhere. I look at that often on Thursday nights.
Maybe you can watch it after the show.
But
what else?
the wildest thing of all that we found was a restaurant somewhere in the south of France where some people pay as much as $10,000 a night for dinner.
Per person?
Per person. It brings new meaning, as you're about to see, to the words, tear the joint down.
That has some, it's not just the food that you're spending the money for. All right,
No.
let's take a look at this from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Tucked away, like a deckhand's dagger, is a tiny town straddling the French and Italian border. Le Pirat is the best-kept secret of very rich revelers. Cheers. Cheers. So nice evening. The catch of the day was grilled by the pirate himself and was delicious. But I couldn't figure out what the big deal was or why no cameras have ever been allowed in until now. Darkness fell and someone hoisted the Jolly Roger. Then the pirate became reckless with a wicked-looking saber and the real party began. Voila! He spritzed every diner within range. It was a secret pirate signal that wild excess might formally begin. Let me drink. It seemed like it could be my kind of place after all. Just when I was getting a taste for all this, the pirate gave another secret signal, and shiver me timbers, it was time for the blue plate special. Ready, aim, duck! Oh, nothing could be finer than to smash up Limoges China at Le Parade. See for yourself. The stuff's everything it's cracked up to be. This madhouse is the Riviera's hottest night spot, thanks to these Corsair pirates and their rather dishy dames. Celebrities have a ball walking the plank. They rent the place for wild bashes, and the pirate never divulges indiscretions, whether you're a multi-billionaire or a Monaco princess. But the pirate's ransom is as expensive as his silence, up to $10,000 per person per night for wrecking the joint.
Wow. I don't know. Is this place open every night?
No,
How do they put it back together?
The construction company is every night.
They come in and literally
That's right.
new chairs, new stuff?
Everything new the next
You've
morning.
got an unbelievable job. Did you have fun doing that?
No, it's a tough job, Bill, but somebody's got to do it.
Right. Okay, Robin. Good. Right now, to bring down our own house, we have back Mr. Fred Greenlee. Thanks to Fred Greenlee and Diane Nichols, and of course our guest announcer tonight, Robin Leach. Robin, how'd you enjoy the show?
I enjoyed it.
Good.
I wanted to ask one question of Diane because she talked a little about relationships. Diane, what kind of guys do you like?
I like guys that soup up their cars and then try and frighten you with them.
Oh.
They always take you outside, they point to something, they say, want to see this baby leave the ground? Say, yeah, you want to see what I had for lunch?
You ever watched Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Yes, I do.
Let's have a little bit more, I mean, of all the different people you've visited, what's the worst thing, for example, that has happened during the course of one of the people you're interviewing, other than Heather Thomas's towel falling off?
We interviewed a man that you may not know by name. His name was Arthur Jones. He's the gentleman that invented Nautilus machines. He's 80-odd years of age, or looks it. He marries girls that are 15 years of age and divorces them when they hit 20.
How many times has he been married?
He's on the 6th 15-year-old. And his motto is faster cars, younger women, and tougher alligators. So you get an idea of what he's like. So I asked him in the course of the interview, Bill, I said, come on, Arthur, I bet really deep down you're a pussycat, right? Because he was very gruff. And he said, what do you say? I said, come on, deep down you're really a pussycat. He pulls open the desk, the drawer in the desk, pulls out a .45 and put it right up to my nose and said, what did you ask me? And I said, I bet you're, with that, my cameraman, as he cocked the trigger, fell over, and all we got was a great 20-second shot of a spinning ceiling.
What did you feel when you got a gun shoved up? I mean, did you think this guy, this was it? The headlines are going to fit So Long, Rich and Famous?
Almost. It was like one of those things.